All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Let's step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Salzburgring. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series visits Austria. That's right, it's Salzburgring, a very, very fun track for race number 5 of the season. It's a 60-minute race, and this is a great, easy road course, but going to be a high speed and some tight racing today. And it is halfway through the championship. Who's going to take the victory? There's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, the GT3 boys are out on the track at Salzburgring tonight for race number 5 of the season. Let's get this party started. Thank you for coming out here and watching TurnLeftTV tonight. Appreciate you being here, and we got a good one for you. I love Salzburgring. Very fun track. Right now, these guys are in the qualification session. And take a look at Salzburgring, round number 5 of the season. We are in the back half of that season now. First 4 races have been absolutely fantastic. And we got a big field here for Salzburgring. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. Just started the qualification session. Let's take a look at the track here at Salzburgring, located in Plainfield, Austria. 4.255 kilometer road course, 2.63 miles, 15 turns, and you see, man, really not a hugely technical track. Very fun, with some bank turns on each end of the track. Got a little chicane there by the start-finish, or just before the start-finish line, and also one down at the end of that main straight. Going to be a little tight as well. This is a fun one, man. I love this track, and I'm so excited to see this on the schedule here in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. This is our GT3 LMP2 race that we did back in November. We're going to check that out, and you can still make a donation if you would like to. Raced that on November the 5th. So come on out and check that out. That's in the playlist, the GT3 playlist, so check that out. We'd love to have you check that one out. And then also we'll take a look at the schedule here in the GT3 Series. We are on the back half of that with Salzburgring. Next week we'll have Mid-Ohio, Road Atlanta, 2 weeks there in the United States, and then finishing out the season in Australia, the land down under at Bathurst on January the 14th. Let's take a look at one of our new drivers here, Luis Lemos. His qualification attempt. Roman Ryaptsev with a 1:15.792 is the top time. Gerasimov, good to see him out in the BMW. He is second. Prasanta is third. Litsky Novar sets fourth in the Ferrari. And look who's fifth! Mata Ndika is back. Oh, man, let's take a look in the Ferrari. So good to see Mata back out on the track. Definitely sending our well wishes to he and his family. He's had a little bit of a challenging month or so we're so happy to see Mata back out here, man. And right now, he's got that sixth fastest time, so he's not lost a beat, really. Artur Vieira, one of our great Brazilian drivers out here in the BMW, right now ninth on the grid. In Ryaptsev, the top time with a 1:15.792. And Artur Vieira trying to get a good starting position here. This guy can flat out drive anything, man. He does Indy cars, he does GT3 cars. Of course, we know his expertise in the stock cars as well. This guy just loves racing. Had a great chance in the Dober Series Cup at TT Esports, Paulo Chachalowski's league, to be able to race with Artur and finish right there with him on that last race too. It was so fun to actually get on the track and swap paint with Artur Vieira. 1:16.885 is his time. Take a look at Ted Mosier, also in a BMW. Ted Mosier just competes in our GT3 Series season. Also known for his stock car prowess. He probably helped me out on this, but I think he does like old cars, like remakes old cars or refinishes old cars, repurposes old cars for movie sets. How about that, huh? So people making movies and they want an old classic car in the movie. They call Ted Mosier. And that's pretty awesome. 1:18.695 is Ted Mosier's time on that lap. Take a look at Litsky Novar, also in a Ferrari, currently fifth on the grid. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. You can also host your website or your online store, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting available as well from EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who hosts our servers as well as our website here at HighOctaneRacing.net. If you're interested in joining up and racing some laps with us, there's a good quick link to the Discord server. You can get updates of who's winning what, who's leading in the points, and who's running what throughout the week. Also, a quick link to TurnLeftTV and a good contact form there to get a hold of us if you'd like to do it that way. But good quick link to our Discord server. That's where most of the stuff happens. And don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. Take a look at Rizal. Sorry, man. I clicked on his name and changed position. Satria Pandu Wichaksano. Currently in the 12th position in the Bentley. 4 Bentley drivers here tonight. A lot of BMW drivers. Looks like we get about 6 BMW drivers here tonight. A couple Ferrari drivers. A couple Aston Martins and a few Corvettes. No Audi drivers? What? Chucksano is currently 12th on the grid in the Bentley. Gordon Carter, the funniest guy on the track out here. In the Corvette, currently 15th. One of our Canadian drivers. With just about 8 minutes left to go in the qualification session. See what he does on this lap. Looking pretty fast here, so we'll see where this lands. 119.301. So he's moving up the grid a little bit. He is in 15th. Pretty respectable lap there. Take a look at the Iqbal Kurniawan with his lap 116.868. Kurniawan currently 7th on the grid in the Bentley. These guys came out early, man. I got here an hour before practice started, and there were probably 6, 7, 8 guys out on the track already. A lot of guys are in play to win this track. I really do. I mean, it's a not a hugely technical track. Take a look at Berto Crisatianto. Right now, 4th on the grid in the BMW. With just under 7 minutes left to go in the qualification session. A little bit squirrely there coming off the final chicane. That's going to cut down on that time there, so 119 on that lap, I believe. Coming up a little later, the Saturday Night Thunder Boys will be in action at Watkins Glen International. Some stock car road action tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 30-lap race in Watkins Glen. And coming up on Friday, December the 16th, the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will be back in action. And that will be a 100-lap race at Chicagoland Speedway. Race number 8 of the season. Just 3 races to go. And Chicagoland is a good one. Say congratulations to Todd Robillard on getting the win last night in the Bushwhacker Series. So I should probably turn all this nonsense off, before I pop open his graphics. So congratulations. He's got 2 wins in a row in the Bushwhacker Series. So good win there last night. A very competitive race at Homestead. And it came down to the wire, man. Escofil Sanfre joining us in the chat session. Will D getting his pick in to win the race. And Givaldo, as always, setting up the chat. Greeting us, and good luck to everybody. And I'm going to say thank you, Givaldo, for helping us out in the chat session. Always appreciate your presence. One of the nicest guys out there, man. I've met a lot of people in sim racing, and Givaldo is definitely one of the nicest, most patient, respectful drivers I've ever met. Sets the example, that is for sure. Take a look at Nikolai Gerasimov. He is in 2nd right now in the qualification session. Again, good to see Escofil. Hopefully we can see Escofil Sanfre on the track at some point here at HORL. Take a look at Gerasimov in his qualification attempt. He's got about 4 minutes left to go, and 1:15.795, inching closer. Man, that was a fast lap in that BMW. Take a look at that Audi Pomana. Audi in the Corvette. Right now, Audi is 15th on the grid, and Corvette's got a little work to do. See the Bentleys, the BMWs, and the Ferraris dominating that top 8. .119 is that time for him. He's got some work to do. Currently 15th on the grid for Audi Pomana. Rizal Abdurrahman. He hadn't been on the track yet to put a lap down, has he? It looks like he has. Escafil saying it'll be good to see the battles here tonight. Track's not an easy one. It's deceptively technical, I think. There's certainly parts of the track that are technical, but I would say, from my experience in running laps here, that I think this was certainly one of the easier tracks for me personally. It's got a good mix of really, really high speed, great passing opportunities, and also a couple chicanes just to throw in a little drama. Bobby Rockman here is probably going to be his last lap. Coming off that final turn. Might have one more in him here, but let's see. Well, that was his out lap here. I guess I need to pay attention to the graphics, don't I? Rockman a little bit slow in that first sector. 1.2 seconds off the top time. He's got some work to do. Right now he's got a 10th place starting position. A little bit faster there in sector 2. 3/10 back, but faster overall. Good chicane right here to add in a little drama. Coming off the final turn, and let's see where he lands. 117.813. Good enough again for 10th on the grid. Meshkov in the BMW. See if he's not going to make that final turn. Oh, Meshkov getting the highlight. He's going to start in the 12th position, so it looks like qualifications are over. Meshkov providing us a little highlight action there. Take a look at that replay. He just lost it right there. Right here, man. Cut that a little bit short. Breaks that back end loose, and then you get in the grass. You have no grip, and then smack in the wall. I'm sure he'll get that figured out by time the race hits. Yeah, the qualifications are finished. Say thank you so much for coming in here and joining us on TurnLeftTV. We got a good one here for you tonight, and I'm excited about this one. All right, we are back. Let's take a look. We're in the warm-up session right now. Let's take a look at the qualification results. So Roman Ryevtsev is the top time with a 1:15.544. Nikolai Gerasimov starts in the P2. Yuta Prasanta starts in the third position in the Bentley. Mata Edika in his first race back. Love to see Mata back, man. He's in the Ferrari, 1:16.431. Has not lost a step, man. Fourth on the grid here, row 2. Mark DeVieta starts inside row 3 in the BMW. Ritsky Novar will start in that Ferrari in P6. Luis Lemos in the Bentley will start in the 7th position. Iqbal Kurniawan also in the Bentley will start outside row 4. Andy Goendi of the 1:16.849 will start in P9 in the Corvette. Rizal Abdurrahman starts in the 10th position in the BMW. Starting in P11 is Satria Pandu Wichaksano in the Bentley, starting in 11th position. Alexander Meshkov will start 12th. Starting in 13th position will be Dan Mosier in the BMW. Gordon Carter in the Corvette will start 14th. Adi Permana will start 15th in the Corvette. Also, John Stanley in the Aston Martin starts in P16. Will Dunbar also starting in the Aston Martin will start in 17th position. The Aston Martins have a little work to do here tonight. We want to check the season standings coming into tonight's race. After 4 races, Roman Ryevtsev with 199 points is a pretty substantial lead over Yuta Prazanta. Ritsky Novar is in 3rd in the points with 135 points. Iqbal Kurniaw in 4th. Tight battle there with Will Dunbar, just 1 point separating the two of those. He's in 5th. Nikolai Bezrikov is 6th in the with 119 points. Gordon Carter is 7th. John Stanley 8th. Rizal Abdurrahman sits 9th in points. Artem Shuliev is 10th. Take a look at that back half there. Nikolai Gerasimov, just a couple races, 3 races there competing. He is 11th in points. Alexander Meshkov is 12th. Chris Hughes, not here tonight, is 13th. Ted Mosier is 14th. Roberto Crisatianto is in 15th. Mata Indica, having to set out there for 3 races, is 17th. Paul Brown 18th. Stephen Miller 19th. And Jake Zitko is 20th, actually. So we're looking under just 5 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. And I want to say thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button or shared my videos with all your friends on any social media platform, please do that. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please punch that subscribe button. And we want to bump this up, man. I'm approaching 8,000. I got a ways to go. All right. Also, down in the description of this race, a couple links there to follow over to the SimLabs website and also Fanatec as well. And also Extra Life charity link there in the description of the race too. Please click on all those and help us out there. If you'd like to make a donation to Extra Life, that'd be great. And that link is in the banner or in the description of this race. Good luck to everybody here tonight. Always love these GT3 cars, and we've got 18 drivers on the track here, showed up to race. It's going to be a good one here, I think. I like Salzburgring, and I like the fact that folks are coming out and watching the races. Givaldo coming in here and joining us in the chat session, and it's good to see Givaldo as always. So Givaldo joining us in the chat. He's asking what it takes to get in this server. And unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit pressed for time here to try to get him hooked up. I apologize to that. Not sure where to begin on that one, making sure he has the track and the GT3 Series content. Definitely needs the GT3 cars, assuming he knows that. And he needs the Salzburgring track. I think that link for the track should be in the track links section on our Discord server. If I'm not mistaken. There you go, Givaldo. There's a link to the track. You only got a couple of minutes here, so I don't know what the chances of you being able to get that downloaded, and if you don't already have it. Other than that, it's just the regular GT3 Series content. Take a look at our side-by-side and see if that's working. It looks like it is fairly well, at least so far. About a minute and a half left. We say Nikolai Gerasimov on the left side there. Andy Gawande on the right side, wherever the heck he's at. He's in the pits, I think. So I'm getting my pick in to win this race. And that's going to be the Penguin, Mada Indica. That's who I think is going to win this race. See how it goes for Mada. That'd be a huge, huge win. Popular win as well. All right, boys and girls, I think we're ready to go. Salzburgring here tonight. This is going to be a fun one. So a 60-minute race here from a great track in Austria, Salzburgring. I'm your broadcaster, commentator, Heath Johnson, and let's take a look at the starting order. Starting in P1 will be Roman Ryevtsev in the Bentley. Gerasimov starts in 2. Uniprezanta starts P3. Mada Indica starts in 4th in the Ferrari. Starting in the 5th position will be Berto Crisatianto in the BMW. Ritsky Novar in the Ferrari starts 6th. Luis Lemos in his first race out in the Bentley starts 7th. Iqbal Kurdialwan starts in the 8th position. Handy Goandi starts 9th. Rizal Abdurrahman starts in the 10th position. Satria Pandu Wichaksano starts 11th. Alexander Meshkov starts in 12th. Ted Mosier starts 13th. Gordon Carter 14th. Adi Permana starts in the 15th position, and Will Dunbar starts in 16th. Starting in the 17th position will be John Stanley, and I believe Artur Vieira maybe starting in 18th. I don't know if he lost somebody or what, but only showing 17 qualifiers there. Looks like somebody had gotten kicked. So it looks like Artur Vieira is the one that got kicked. So he is back, and he starts in the 6th position. So a fun event here at Salzburgring. And this is a 60-minute race. We'll take a look at the track here. 4.2 kilometers in length, 2.6 miles, 15 turns, and you get an idea of these straightaways they just go on forever, and you got some really, really cool turns, some banked turns. These guys are needing another restart for some reason. Somebody's sleeping on the grid. All right, I think we are going to go for real this time. Sorry about that. These guys having a little trouble getting on the grid for some reason. Somebody got kicked the first time, and somebody didn't make the grid the second time. Just got back from the restroom, apparently. Again, we'll take a look at the schedule here in the GT3 Series. We're Salzburgring tonight. We got Mid-Ohio, Road Atlanta, and then a Bathurst. After next week's race at Mid-Ohio, we'll take a couple weeks off. We'll do a fun race. Looks like a couple guys didn't make the grid here. We'll see what's going on with this. Prasanta now, there's Ryevtsev, Gerasimov, Mosier, Stanley. None of those guys actually made the grid for some reason. So it looks like these guys are going to have to wait on these 4 drivers here. Trying to get everybody in here, so hang tight. Be patient with us. I'm not in control of this mess. I'm just the broadcaster. So a little bit of a holding pattern here for a second. It looks like somebody had actually 4 drivers, it looks like, had some issues. 4 or 5 drivers had some issues getting on the track. All right, I think we might be going this time. Thanks so much for coming in and being patient with us. Let's see if everybody gets on the grid. All right, here we go, boys and girls. Let's go. All right, man. Thanks for being patient. This is Salzburgring, 60-minute race. I'm your commentator, broadcaster, Heath Johnson. And let's go quickly, in case you've forgotten, back over the starting order. Ryevsev, Karasimov, row 1. Prasanta, Andika, row 2. P3, P4. Row number 3 will be Berto Crisatianto in 5th, Ritsky Dovar 6th, Luis Lemos in 7th, Iqbal Kurniawan in 8th. Starting in 9th will be Handy Gwandi, and Rizal Abdurrahman starts 10th. Wichaksano starts in the 11th position, Meshkov starts in 12th. Starting in 13th will be Ted Mosier, Gordon Carter starts 14th. Adi Permana starts 15th. Will Dunbar will start in the 16th position. Starting in 17th will be John Stanley. Somebody not showing up on the grid there for some reason. Actually, John starting in the 18th position. We have 18 drivers joining us tonight in the GT3 Series. Get a pretty long straight, drive into the right-hand turn, and that turn is banked. And there's a lot of room to race on that right-hander. A little bit of banking there. But a fun turn, I think. I think this track is a heck of a lot of fun. Salzburgring. When I first downloaded this track and got the car out on the track, I was like, this is amazing. This track is fantastic. And the races here are very, very exciting. A little chicane to add some flavor. In the final dash, here we go, boys and girls. Get ready. It's Salzburgring.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Good clean start here. Oh man, hard contact in the turn. We got some cars in the kitty litter. 77. Looks like Corvette involved there too. Kurniawan off the pace. And there was some shenanigans as Roman Ryevsev gets a good clean start. Gerasimov in second, Prasanta third, Crisatianto is in fourth, and Dika is in fifth. And we had some shenanigans at the beginning. Looks like Gwandi and Kurniawan got together. Take a look at that contact here. So contact right there with Kurniawan. He got hit in the back end. A little contact behind him, it looks like. And then Abdurrahman took the brunt of that one. Excuse me, Kurniawan did. This guy's getting by. Goandi there gets back on the track, but wow, Kearney Alwyn, tough break there for him. Roman Ryaptsev is our leader. He is the points leader, and this guy comes to each and every race laser focused. Nikolai Gerasimov is in the second position. Yuta Prezanta in third in the Bentley. So good tight battle here. Chris Tianto is in fourth in the BMW as well. So good three-way battle here for P2, P3, P4. Probably improve the cameras here on this a little bit. Take a look at Artur Vieira in the BMW, trying to close in on Ritsky Novar. Got a couple Ferraris there running in P5, P6. That's Indica and Novar. You see, not a hugely technical track here, but a fun one, man. So on board here with Artur Vieira. He's got a good 7th place run going on right now. Kearney Alwyn here battling Will Dunbar and Adi Permana. And Kearney Alwyn now says, let's get this car back to the front. So he gets by both the Corvette and the Aston Martin. And we got a good battle here with that Aston Martin and the Corvette. Will Dunbar in the Aston Martin. He is into the 15th position. Ted Mosier behind him in the BMW. These guys battle pretty hard here. We're on board with Will Dunbar. He's running in P15. Adi Permana and Will Dunbar having a good battle here. Take a look at Mata Indica in his first race back, running in P5 in the Ferrari. Just ahead of him is Chris Tianto in the 4th position in that 15 car, that BMW. Rizal Abdurrahman in the 8th position in the BMW. Right now running in the 10th car. In the 10th car, running in P8. Things looking pretty solid there for him. Alexander Meshkov and looks like Gordon Carter battling it out. Little BMW versus Corvette action. BMW gets by. Oh, we got a car off the track. That looks like that might be Wixaxano is come off the track in the Bentley. Let's see what happened to Wixaxano. Wixaxano here with the gets into the grass a little bit in that chicane and backs it into the guardrail. These guys get by, but he loses a couple positions. Probably not a huge amount of damage there, but he didn't lose the fin on the back, fortunately for him. Andy Goandi in the in the Corvette, there was contact. Couple Corvettes getting together. Goandi backs it into the fence. And that Callaway now has lost its fin. He's going to have some trouble getting this thing to pit road. And there was contact there with Gordon Carter, it looked like. Right here, contact. And then backs it into the fence. Oh, man, what a tough break there for the Corvette. Roman Ryaptsev is out front where he wants to be, I believe. Go back live here and take out Yuta Prezanta. He is running in P3 in the BMW. In the Bentley in the 66 car. Good run for him. He's on pushing Gerasimov. Gerasimov is in the BMW. And a good tight battle here with these guys. And they've been able to hold serve with Ryevtsev. He does have a 3-second lead over these guys. But about 10 minutes behind us. 7 minutes behind us. And these guys are still within striking distance. Luis Lemos now picking up a spot as Gawande has come down pit lane. He is taking service, get some repairs done to that machine. Looks like he is actually finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Wendy has a penalty there. He must have sped on pit lane. Oh, when it rains, it pours. We'll take a look at Will Dunbar here getting around Wichaksano. Wichaksano into Bentley, giving up a position. And he made contact with the wall, I believe. Wichaksano, we'll take a look at that replay for him. He spins here and makes a, I thought he made contact with the wall, but it looked like okay for him. He just spun. And we've seen a couple drivers do that as you see Will Dunbar goes by. Wichaksano now in the 13th position. Will Dunbar in P12. Roman Ryevtsev now a 5.3 second lead over P2, Nikolai Gerasimov. Prasanta is in third, Crisatiato fourth, and Dika is 5. Novar, Vieira Abdurrahman, Meshkov, and Carter rounding out the top 10. How about Gordon Carter in this Corvette? He is just improving his racecraft each and every race. Had a tough race at Daytona to start out the season. But now, here he is in the top 10 with an 18-driver field. So good run here for the Corvette of Gordon Carter. This is one of those guys that I see comes out through the week and does practicing. That's how you're going to get good. It's how you kind of fine-tune your racecraft here at a particular track. We'll take a look at Wichaksano. He's now trying to get that spot back from Will Dunbar. Good battle here between the Aston Martin and the Bentley. And the Bentley number 61, Wichaksano back to the 12th position as Will Dunbar falls back to P13. So good clean battle there between the two of those guys. Take a look at Gerasimov in the BMW. Take a look out of the back of his car. Right there is a third place car, and that is Yuta Prasanta. Oh no, Yuta Prasanta! Oh no, Yuta Prasanta hitting the tires. Knocking those across the track. Prasanta coming around. Yuta Prasanta came around and had made contact with the tires. He lost some spots, so Prasanta having some trouble. Take a look at that replay. Right here, man, he just spins this car and then gets into those tires right there. And they go flying. How about that? Gets him out of the way. Nobody else will hit him. If you're going to knock him out, you might as well knock him out of the track, right? We'll go here. Let's see what happened. This Corvette, I'm not sure what's going on with Audi Permata, but he is out. If he broke his engine or what, but he is out of the race. That car is DOA. Maybe he missed a shift and blew the engine. So Permata out of the race here in the GT3 Series. And I think he may have blown his engine. Take a look here. Yeah, that car is dead right there. Yeah, that car is off. I mean, I don't know what happened. That car is gone. What a tough break for Audi Permata. Look at this. Iqbal Kurdi. Oh, and oh! Kurdi, oh, and oh! Into sand. Backs it into the wall. 77 car. And Iqbal Kurdi Alwyn having a battle here on his hands. He's now in the 12th position. This guy's been lights out. He's got a 6.4 second lead over P2. Roman Ryapsev is our leader. Gerasimov second. And Mata up to the 3rd position. Take a look at Mata here. He's in P3 into Ferrari. He and Ritsky Novar, those guys teammates, now running together. And Artur Vieta in the BMW, he's running into 5th position. So good top run here for our stock car aficionado, Artur Vieta. Just behind him is Berto Crisatianto in the BMW. Not a hugely technical track here, but a fun track. I mean, it's easy to, if you get off the track and some of these parts, it's really easy to back it into the wall. As we've seen, a little bit of a bank turn right here, as I was talking about in the pre-race show. And kind of a sweeping left, right, left, and then down to our front stretch. Good battling here, 4-way battle. From Mata back to Crisatianto. A couple of Ferraris, a couple BMWs battling it out. Here with 45 minutes left to go. Take a look at Alexander Meshkov. He and Gordon Carter. Actually, Meshkov running out there by himself. That Gordon Carter there was with it, but we got it looks like a lap down car. Wendy in that lap down Corvette. Trying to close in on the BMW of Alexander Meshkov's got a good top 10 run going here. Running in P9 in the 57 car. Alexander does some broadcasting work and really does a lot, I think, in running a race league and a lot of Russian drivers and Eastern European drivers. And he does a great job. One of the most level-headed dudes you'll ever want to meet. I mean, really, the guy never seems to get rattled about anything. He's got a really calm demeanor, very respectful, and very knowledgeable when we're talking about stuff in rFactor 2 as well. So he's been a great help for me along the way and definitely sets the example for how you treat your fellow driver. So right now has a good run in P9. We got a battle here with, oh, look at that! Crisatianto comes off track, and the Bentley, number 66, Yuta Prasanta, going to get around as Crisatianto had some trouble in the chicane. Take a look at Cristiano trying to make a pass on the BMW and just misses this turn right there. Oh, it looks like he might have gotten into the back of the Beamer. Not sure how that car snapped around, man. That's just odd looking. Maybe made contact here with the BMW. Whatever the case may be. Boy, that car looks like he might have made contact right there with the BMW of Vieta, and he spins. On board here with Vieta as we watch this. It's going to be a little contact right here. Ooh. And then 15 car goes spinning. Does a great job of getting it straightened back up without keeping it into the wall. Vieta's out of the race. Something happened to Artur Vieta. Artur Vieta is out of the race. And I don't know what happened there. Lost his connection. Artur Vieta lost his connection. My heavens, man. It's such a good race going, and that's happened to Vieta, man. He is... So Artur Vieta losing his connection again. Man, he has got to be absolutely frustrated with that. That is just terrible news for him. So Rizal Abdurrahman. Oh, look at that. Looks like Berto Cristiano goes spinning again. And Abdurrahman going to pick up a spot. Abdurrahman now up to 6th as Cristiano. More drama here in that final turn for the 15 car. Right here, and the car just comes around on him. In that final sequence. Go back to live here and take a look at Ted Mosier in the BMW running into 13th position. These guys keep having trouble. He'll be cracking the top 10. Remember, we still have pit stops to go. And I would imagine we're going to see those somewhere around that 30-minute mark. Will Dunbar in the 12th position in the Aston Martin. The 88 car here having a pretty good night. He's wanting to, I'm sure, crack that top 5. Feels like the Aston Martin is not quite, not real good at this track, I think. Take a look. Weechak Sano's off the course here and having some trouble getting this car locked in. And, oh, man, we got a spin. Goandi spun, it looks like. And I don't know what's going on with the 61 car, but he is stuck. Back out on the track. Had to be really careful about that. Watch the Corvette. There's the Aston Martin. Watch this Corvette coming around. Right there, Goandi already spinning. Oh, and barely misses. Whew, man. Weechak Sano. This Weechak Sano survives to live another day right there. And he's having trouble getting this car back out on the track. I think he finally does, but it was kind of in an odd place in that sand. Andy here, he had that he's had an interesting race, a event-filled race, that's for sure. He's now in the 16th position. Well, who's been lights out? That's Roman Ryaptsev. He's got a 16-second lead over Mata Adika, who is now in the 2nd position. Ritsky Novar is 3rd. Gerasimov 4th. Prasanta is in 5th. Take a look at Mata. Mata running in P2. Novar in the 3rd position. Gerasimov is 4th. Good tight battle. Couple Ferraris there running together. Teammates running in P2, P3. And Mata probably outdoing what he expected to be able to do coming back here in his first race, and he's looking solid here tonight. Several cars out of the race. Artur Vieira and Adi Permana both out of the race. Vieira's had connection issues. Take a look at John Stanley in the Aston Martin. A little bit wide in this turn right here. You got a downshift in that turn. We were just talking about that with Will Dunbar. And he ends up spinning into the tire barrier. Right now running in the 15th position. Gordon Carter in that 9th position in the Corvette. We got a car on pit lane. Looks like Iqbal Kurniawan is on pit lane. So Lemos, I believe, also on pit lane as well. Take a look at Luis. Actually, looks like he is not on pit lane. That's pretty clear. Running in P13. He is 1 lap down in the 13th position, so he has made his pit stop. Kurniawan is on pit lane. He is the one car on pit lane right now. As we watch him on pit lane. Calm, cool, collected. Iqbal Kurniawan. These guys take service here with just under 35 minutes left to go. And Roman Ryaptsev is the leader. Kurniawan says, let's go, man. Let's get this bad boy back on the track. They got some damage to repair on that machine. So he's spending a lot of time on pit lane. Ryaptsev now coming up on some lap traffic. There's John Stanley in the Aston Martin as our race leader gets by. John Stanley trying to tuck in here, maybe find that driving line from the race leader. Take a few notes. Ritsky Novar in the Ferrari, running in P3. We got a good tight battle here with a couple teammates. Mata is ahead in P2. Novar running in the third position. These guys work really, really well together. Great friendship and do a lot of racing together, and great to see Mata back. Ritsky was, giving us some updates along the way and so forth, and now here they are back on the track together. In the right car, the Ferrari. See that 12th place car just ahead. And that's Wichaksano in P12 in the 61 car. Looking at the back of his machine, you see he's got that second place car, Mata Adika there, all over the back of him. Is that how they're coming up on John Stanley, I believe, in the Aston Martin. Oh, no! And Wichaksano follows Stanley off the track into the sand, and they made contact with one another. Wichaksano did not come around, but John Stanley came off track. And we'll take a look at this. You see the Aston Martin comes off track right there, and then the Bentley follows him. It's hard to take the high line in that turn. You got so much going on there. You got a car you're coming up on. You got a car that's trying to get around you. On board here with him, he's trying to let those guys behind him go around, and he just ends up following the Extra Life Aston Martin right into the kitty litter. Take a look at this battle here. Oh, man. Oh, my heavens, man. Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman barely escaped disaster. Take a look at that, Abdurrahman. Right here, those guys. Oh, man. Oh, my heavens. What a great move by Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman is going to get the Move of the Race award for that one. And he's dodging cars all over the track. He says, I got to make a pit stop now, but watch this, man. Abdurrahman dodging that. Oh, that is a move and a half. And then he has to do it again. On board here with him, this is a replay. Look at this. He's going to do it a second time. Oh, man. What a great job there by Abdurrahman. We're going to watch Lamos's view. I was trying to figure out who that was of this. Watch this. He's got a... oh! Woo-hoo-hoo, that was awesome. That was awesome. Abdurrahman gets the move of the series so far. That was incredible. Watch this. He's got to do it again. And a little slow-mo right there. And both those guys slipping through. Cat-like reflexes out of Lamos and Abdurrahman. My heavens. And our race leader, Roman Ryabtsev, is on pit lane. So the race leader on pit lane, and Ritsky Novar is going to assume the race lead, I believe. Looks like he's going to come down pit lane too, I bet. There he goes. He's on pit lane as well. Mata coming back out on track. He's finished up his pit stop. Take a look at Roman Ryaptsev finishing up his pit stop as we take a look at Mata Indika is in the third position. Roman finishing up his pit stop. Now back out on track. And did not give up the race lead. That's where he was. Give you an idea of how dominating his performance is. Roman Ryaptsev now finished up his pit stop. Chris Atianto's off pace. It looks like he's retired his machine. I'm not sure what happened to Berto Chris Atianto. He's had some trouble. And he's going to end up finishing, I believe, in P16 when everything shakes out. Ritsky Novar is in the second position. Mata Indika is in third. So those guys have swapped positions, teammates, after pit stops. About 2 seconds separate the two of those guys. Yeah, not sure what happened to Chris Atianto. Been a little bit of a war of attrition here at Salzburgring. Ryaptsev is in command. You see, actually, Ryaptsev. What's happened to Ryaptsev here? Ryaptsev now back to fifth. After pit stops. So that was interesting. And Ritsky Novar is the leader. Roman Ryaptsev now has an 11-second gap he's got to make up. So I thought he came out in the lead, but maybe it didn't update the scoring for me. Mata Indika is in second. So getting some word that Roman actually went back into the pits, take some service. We missed that. Take a look. Yeah, there we go. So Roman Ryaptsev comes back into the pits. That's what did it right there. Interesting. Maybe he got a penalty. A tough break there for Roman Ryaptsev. He has a dominating car, and now is going to fall back to, he's in the fourth position. He's got some work to do now. 10-second gap to make up on the race leader. But if anybody can do it, Roman Ryaptsev in the Bentley can. So a couple Ferraris here leading the field now. There's Ritsky Novar, Mata Indika P1, P2, a couple Bentleys there, 3, 4. And then we got 3 BMWs with Abdurrahman, Gerasimov, and Meshkov, P5, 6, and 7. The Corvette in the 8th position with Gordon Carter. Aston Martin in 9th with Will Dunbar. Ted Mosier in the BMW rounding out the top 10. Andy Goandi in the Corvette, battling John Stanley and picking up a spot there. So the Corvette, Goandi moves up to the 15th position. John Stanley now back to 16th. Here after pit stops with just under 23 minutes left to go here at Salzburgring. Take a look at this, Lemos and Mosier. And Lemos going to get around Ted Mosier in the BMW, Lemos in the Bentley. Take a look at that pass there on the front stretch. As Lemos gets by Ted Mosier. Take a look at Gerasimov here in the BMW. Oh man, have we seen? Oh no, big pile up there. Goandi and Gerasimov get into one another, and Gerasimov, big time damage for him. Take a look here as he just touches this grass on the outside right here, and he comes around and it gets into the Corvette right there. Corvette, Goandi came around as well. Both those guys retiring their machines, it looks like. So Goandi had spun his car earlier, and Gerasimov into BMW, 2 cars back. And there's Goandi right there, and then contact. In a separate incident, both of those guys getting off track. Those right side tires off track and having some trouble. That area of the track does not seem to be very difficult, but if you get those tires off the curb into the grass, the car seems to want to come around. And it looks like Goandi and Gerasimov have both retired their machines. Tough break for both those guys. 20 minutes, 21 minutes, just under 21 minutes left to go. Ricky Novar is the leader. Mata Adika is in second. Yuta Prezanta in the 3rd position. Prezanta in the 66 car is closing in on these guys. And don't forget about Roman Ryabtsev. He is in P4, and he's cut that gap. Tires everywhere with these guys. A little bit of a gap there between P3 and P4. But Prezanta is on the move. He's just 3 seconds back to the race leader. Ritsky Novar in the Ferrari, the leader. Mata Adika is in the 2nd position. We take a look at Mata in P2. 1.8 seconds back to the race leader. Yuta Prezanta on the prowl, just 1 second back to P2. Prezanta in the 3rd position. Roman Ryabtsev kind of out there by himself. He's wanting to close this gap. 9.2 seconds back to the race leader. He's got a 6-second gap. Up to P1, and we actually have a change in the lead, I believe. Ritsky Novar into Ferrari again. He a little bit off the track here. Oh no, he has some connection issue or something. Novar had some connection issue. He reappears, it looks like, in the second position. Novar had a connection issue, reappeared in P2, just in front of Presanta. Presenta's going to get around in the BMW or the Bentley, and Novar is going to fall back to the third position as Mata, with his teammate, having trouble. So Weritsky Novar now back to the third position. He was leading, and now Mata, the race leader. 0.6 of a second separate P1, P2. Novar now back 3.7 seconds back. And he's trying to collect himself, figure out what the heck went wrong. I don't think he got any damage per se, but man, that will definitely throw off your rhythm. Take a look at Gordon Carter in the Corvette. He's running into seventh position. Will Dunbar just behind him in the Aston Martin. So good running here between Gordon Carter, the high place moving sponsored Corvette, and Will Dunbar in the Extra Life sponsored Aston Martin. P7, P8. And Novar now has fallen prey to Roman Ryabtsev. See, Novar's still having some trouble. He's blinking out. Novar having some connection issues. He is blinking out. What a tough break there for Weritsky Novar. Now back to the fourth position, and he should be leading this race. John Stanley going to pick up a P13 as it looks like Kearney Owen on pit lane. Presanta has fallen back just about 0.4, now 1 second back to the race leader, Mata Ndika. 16 minutes left to go. And this has been an action-packed race after pit stops. Kearney Owen, I believe, is just now finishing up his pit stop. He's going to be coming back out on track here as we watch our first place car. And we see him having some trouble as he tried to come back out, and there was a little contact, I believe. So getting bunched up. It's like Wendy, man, these guys are just weaving through traffic. My heavens, man. This battle for the lead has tightened up. This guy's trying to weave through some lap traffic. Mata Ndika, the leader in the Ferrari. Yuta Presanta is in second. Roman Ryabtsev up to the third position, just 3 seconds back, 3.5 seconds back to the race leader. And these guys are now coming up on some lap traffic. So now hit your spots, hit your marks, and weave yourself through this lap traffic to see if you can put some gap and some hardware in between you and Roman Ryabtsev, who is closing in. 2.5 second gap now. 14 minutes left to go. Mata, in his first race back, is our leader. This guy doesn't make a lot of mistakes, man. But he is rolling up on some lap traffic. You see the Aston Martin and the Corvette just ahead. And Mata wants to get around these guys. And now the Ferrari. Mercedes-AMG trying to get by here and put some distance between he and P2. Uniprezanta is in second in the the Bentley on board here with him. Looking out of the back, you see Will Dunbar in P8. And Roman Ryabtsev is on the move. 1.9 seconds now to the race lead. Looking at our out of the front at our race leader, also at Gordon Carter running in the 7th position. Hard to find places to pass here. Flashing those lights, let him know, hey, I want by. This guy's moving over to the right to let the leaders go. But that whole sequence has helped out Roman Ryabtsev. Now this is going to hurt him a little bit, I believe, because you got a car now kind of sandwiched in between P2, P3. And that's going to allow them to open up a little bit of a gap. Now 2.3 seconds. So that lap traffic is holding up Ryabtsev right now. And now Ryabtsev getting by the lap car, but now 2.4 seconds. He's got some work to do. Mata in the Ferrari. 99 car is the leader. Prezanta is in second. Ryabtsev third. Ritsky Novar is in fourth. Let's check in on Ritsky Novar. He's in P4. He's warped back to P4. He was the leader and warped several times, kind of leapfrogging back, and now seems to settled out at P4, but he has got pretty substantial gap that he's got to deal with now, and I think he's still having some problems. Now, see, look again, he warped again. So Ritsky Novar has had some connection issues tonight, and they continue. Here we are, almost 10 minutes left in the race, and we have got a tight three-way battle for the race lead. Mercedes-AMG in the Ferrari is the leader. Uniprezanta in the Bentley is second. Roman Ryabtsev in the Bentley in P3. Now remember, for Mata, you know, Roman is faster right now. And if he catches the Bentley, we got a battle for the lead here. We got a battle for the race lead. They're side by side coming down the front stretch. Prezanta tucks in, but looked like Prezanta was going for it. What I was going to say is Roman has caught these guys, but he still has to get around Prezanta, and that's no easy task. Prezanta is an excellent race car driver. A couple of Bentleys going to battle it out. Try to close back in on Mercedes-AMG. Take a look out of the front of Roman Ryabtsev's machine. You see P1, P2 just ahead. And it's going to get a little tricky here because the later you go here, those tires are going to be a little bit worn out. You start pushing it harder and harder and harder, and those tires are barking at you. And this is a great battle. You got Will Dunbar in the Aston Martin. Will running in the 9th position. Lemos running in P8. Dunbar a little bit loose coming off that turn. Had to catch it. He's having some handling issues, I think, late in this race. 8.5 minutes left to go. Novar still having connection issues, I think. Just trying to limp this thing home. He's running in the 4th position. Abdul Rahman in the BMW running in P5. The second half of the race has been pretty calm here for the 10 car. Alexander Meshkov, good run here for him. He is in the 6th position in the BMW. Lemos in the 07 Bentley running in the 7th position. Just behind him, Gordon Carter in the 8th spot. Will Dunbar 9th. Ted Mosier rounding out the top 10. And now we got a battle on our hands. This thing gets tightened up. You could not throw a blanket over the 3 of these guys. Or you could throw a blanket over the 3 of these guys, I should say. This is a battle here. And keep in mind, folks, this is after 43 or 53 minutes of racing, and here you are, P1, P2, P3 in this GT3 series. This just shows you the talent that we have here. Mata coming back after a little bit of an absence. A little health scare and wanting to prove a point. Actually, I think he just wanted to compete today. Maybe he didn't have aspirations of competing for a race win, but here he is. Yuta Prasanta in the Bentley in 2nd. Ryepsev in 3rd in the Bentley. See, those guys were a little bit better through that section of the course than Ryepsev. Just under 7 minutes left to go. Looking out of the back of the Ferrari in P1. Mata Indika looking at Yuta Prasanta in the Bentley. Roman Ryepsev also in the Bentley. And I think these guys are a little bit faster in the back section of this course. As we finish up that lap, and those guys seem to close in. Tighten it up a little bit. They're going to get a toe off of Mata. But in the first half of the course, Mata seems to be a little bit better than these guys. He's getting through the chicane a little bit better than the Bentleys. It opens up a gap. And you talk about the race experience in these 3 guys. Just absolutely amazing. These guys are fantastic road course drivers. And you're seeing the best in the business battling out right now for a race win. We'll take a look at Dawid Oksano right now running in the 11th position, wanting to crack the top 10. Got a little work to do for that, about 17 seconds between he and P10 and Ted Mosier. Dawid Oksano has definitely had an eventful day. And hopefully got to get this car into P10. Ted Mosier is in 10th in the BMW. Will Dunbar in the 11th spot. A little work to do for Ted Mosier. About there by himself as far as his place on the grid right now. 32 seconds separate he from P9. Here we go. Here we go. It looks like Roman Ryepsev made a move and got around the Bentley of Yuta Prasanta. So it's on now for the win. 4.5 minutes left to go. Let's take a look at that pass. See the Bentley popping out to the inside. And man, this was a crazy move right here. And it gets by Prasanta. On board here with Prasanta. Watch this. He's going to see a whole lot of Roman Ryepsev on the right side. And getting by. Not too much fight there. Actually gave him a little bit of room. And Ryepsev actually fishtailed that car coming off the turn. And now he is on the hunt. And he is all over the back of the Ferrari of Mata Indika. So if you're going to pass me, you're going to get me on the outside in this turn. Maybe a crossover move in store with Roman Ryabtsev. Look at this battle for the race lead. 3 minutes left to go. And these guys are battling it out for the race win. Oh, a little bit of a bump there from the Bentley. And that's going to leave the door open, I think, for Prasanta. He might be able to get back around. Looks like Ryabtsev has cleared him. Now we've got some lap traffic. Flashing the lights. Please get out of the way. Mata is now doing a little mirror driving. Oh no, there's contact. The leaders are taking out each other. Oh my heavens. Contact there. Oh my heavens, man. Roman Ryabtsev is going to come out of that in the race lead, but contact taking out the 3 leaders. Oh my heavens. Let's take a look at that. Coming into the right-hander. Ryabtsev gets into the back of Mata, and then Mata gets into the wall, comes back out, and all 3 drivers spinning. What a horrible turn of events. Take a look out of the front of Prasanta's car right here. There's contact right there. And then it comes back out onto the track and takes him out. He is into the wall. And these guys have a ton of damage now. Right here, just contact, just getting into the back of him. And then he spins as well. He ends up having the better of the deal, but he got into the back of Mata Adika. You see this action here is just contact right there under the back of the Ferrari in the turn. We saw him get into the back of him earlier. And these guys go flying, man. Taking those guys out of the championship or out of the race win. Now Roman Ryabtsev is the leader. 5-second lead, 6-second lead. Prasanta in second. Novar now in the 3rd position, and Dika now back to 4th. And Mata is having all kinds of trouble, I think, with this car. I don't think Mata did anything wrong there. It looks like Roman Ryabtsev is going to come away with the race win. A little bit of lap traffic in the way. Pretty comfortable endeavor for him now. Oh, no! Oh, no! Trying to get around a lap car. Roman Ryabtsev. Yuta Prasanta's going to get around. Yuta Prasanta is going to win this race. Contact at the end. Roman Ryabtsev gets caught up, and Yuta Prasanta ekes out a win. My heavens, man. Carnage at the finish. Let's take a look here as there was contact. Ryabtsev, take a look. Right here, Ryabtsev trying to get around some lap traffic. In the grass, that's John Stanley, gets into Ryabtsev, and Ryabtsev into the wall. And right here, Prasanta getting around and gets the race win. So Yuta Prasanta getting the win in the 66 car. So congratulations to Yuta Prasanta in getting the win. My heavens, man. What a mess at the finish. Drama at the finish here at Salzburgring. Pretty incredible finish, if you ask me. That was wild. So Yuta Prasanta gets the win. My heavens, man. What a crazy, crazy turn of events there. Let's take a look at the final results. Yuta Prasanta gets the win. Roman Ryaptsev limps home in second. Ritsky Novar third. Mata Adika is fourth. Rizal Abdurrahman finished in the fifth position. Alexander Meshkov sixth. Luis Lemos finishes in the seventh position. Gordon Carter, eighth. Will Dunbar finishes in the ninth position. In the Aston Martin, Ted Mosier in the BMW finishes in P10. Finishing in the 11th position is Wichaksano in the Bentley. Chris Atianto in the 12th position in the BMW. John Stanley in 13th. Iqbal Kurniawan finishes 14th. Andy Goendi finishes in 15th. Nikolai Gerasimov 16th, Artur Vieta 17th, and Adi Permana finishes in the 18th position. Well, Yuta Prasanta got one handed to him, and he says, "I'll take it." What a heck of a finish to that race. My heavens, man. So the Alien Needs Bentley number 66 of Yuta Prasanta gets the win. Pretty incredible finish to that one. Back half of that race was a little angry. Don't forget the Watkins Glen will be coming up later tonight at 9 p.m. The Saturday Night Thunder, a little stock car action at the road course, classic road course for stock cars. Watkins Glen International 30-lap race coming up at 9 p.m. in the Saturday Night Thunder. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your race league, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. Also, how about hosting your website or your online store? VPS hosting is shared web hosting, also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net if you're interested in joining up and racing with us. What an exciting race here today. in the GT3 Series. And a fantastic battle there at the end, depending on who you ask, I'm sure. I want to say thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there. And interesting race, to say the least. And glad everybody came out and supported us here at High Octane Racing League. Really appreciate that. And that was an interesting finish to the race. My heavens, man. It was a crazy one. Had a good one, though. Very fun. I want to say congratulations to Yuta Prezanta on squeaking out the win. Look at that. So very interesting finish, and Yuta Prezanta gets the win. Congratulations to him. That's going to do it for us tonight here on TurnLeftTV. I want to say thank you so much on supporting TurnLeftTV, and we'll see you next time. I am out of here.